The royal family spend their Christmas at Sandringham every year, delighting royal fans with their traditional walk to church on Christmas Day. Here are some of the best pictures of the royal family at Christmas over the years. Every year, the royal family joins the Queen at her Norfolk estate of Sandringham. The royal family is reportedly gearing up for Christmas to return to Sandringham this year, after coronavirus disrupted plans for a family gathering last year. Express.co.uk looks back at some of the best pictures of the royal family at Christmas in recent decades. 1990. For the Christmas Day church service in 1990, Princess Diana, Prince William and Prince Philip were pictured leading a crowd of happy royals to the church service. In the background of the family snap, Prince Andrew, Prince Edward, Princess Anne and the Queen's eldest grandchildren, Peter and Zara Phillips, can be seen too. 1991. Princess Diana was a vision in blue for the traditional royal walk to church on Christmas Day, 1991. The Princess of Wales walked with her two sons Prince William and Prince Harry and looked delighted to be given a bunch of flowers from a well-wisher. 1997. Prince Andrew's two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, looked adorable in matching outfits for Christmas 1997. The two princesses also seemed absolutely delighted with some of the Christmas presents they were given on the day. 2017. Prince Harry and his new fiancée Meghan Markle were present in Sandringham for Christmas Day in 2018. The occasion marked Meghan's first Christmas ever with the royal family, and she stunned royal fashion fans with a beautiful beige coat and a brown fascinator-style hat. 2018. Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, joined the royal family at Sandringham for Christmas in 2018. The pair walked alongside Prince William and Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, on what was the Sussexes' first Christmas Day as a married couple. 2019. The Queen joined other royals for the traditional church service on Christmas Day 2019. The monarch dressed in her usual block colours, but that Christmas the Queen opted for a suitably festive red ensemble, complete with an eye-catching brooch. Meghan Markle set a new precedent as she became the first non-royal bride to be invited to spend Christmas at Sandringham with the royal family before she married Prince Harry. The now Duchess of Sussex immediately joined in family traditions and presented her future in-laws with special gag gifts. Royally obsessed host Roberta Fiorito said Meghan nailed it with her present to Prince William. Ms. Fiorito said, "The Queen got a shower cap that said 'Ain't life, ABH. And we found out Meghan nailed it by giving William a serial killer spoon." The Duchess of Sussex is also believed to have left Her Majesty in stitches with her present of a singing hamster toy. The Queen was reported to have burst out laughing before saying, "It can keep my dogs company." Royally obsessed co-host Rachel Bowie said, "It sounds like the plans for Sandringham are on. The Queen is planning to host, the invites have gone out to the family. And I was thinking back about the traditions the royals had in the past with giving gag gifts. We don't obviously know exactly what's given, but didn't Kate one year give Harry an inflatable doll? Or something like that?" Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, was reported to have gifted Prince Harry a grow-your-own girlfriend set before he met Meghan Markle. While the couple is not believed to be planning a return to the UK this year, the rest of the royal family is expected to join the Queen at Sandringham for the holidays. The royals have been traditionally spending their Christmas break in Norfolk since the 1980s. The residence was a favourite of Prince Philip, who sadly died last April before being able to return to his beloved Wood Farm. Her Majesty briefly visited the residence in October to check out the house after nearly 2 years away from Norfolk before the pandemic. The royal family had to skip celebrations last year due to coronavirus restrictions, and the Queen celebrated with the Duke of Edinburgh and members of their bubble. She had briefly reunited with Prince Charles and Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, and Princess Anne at Windsor for a special thank you service for emergency service personnel at Windsor Castle. Prince William and Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, also attended the event following their return from a 3-day tour of Scotland. Self-avowed Republican Mr. Rajan, who presented the controversial new BBC documentary The Princes and the Press, made the comments in articles written for The Independent in 2012. The remarks were made before he joined the BBC, and he has today apologised. In an open letter to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge after they announced they were expecting their first child in December 2012, Mr. Rajan called on the couple to renounce the luxuries of royal patronage and aristocracy as he described their public role as a total fraud. Mr. Rajan said, "Neither of you have a special claim on the glorious city of Cambridge, so quit pretending that you do." In another column on the Diamond Jubilee in January 2012, Mr. Rajan accused the Duke of Edinburgh of being a racist buffoon and described Prince Charles as scientifically illiterate. He added of the royals, aside from the Queen whose public image is crafted by an ever-expanding team of propagandists, this clan is unusually full of fools. Mr. Rajan's past comments were highlighted by the Daily Mail's Richard Eden after The Princes and the Press sparked controversy. The second installment on the two-part programme presented by Mr. Rajan aired on BBC Two on Tuesday. The documentary explored the relationship between Prince William, Prince Harry and the media. But the show prompted a furious reaction from Buckingham Palace, Clarence House, and Kensington Palace. The three royal households took the rare step of issuing a joint statement to the broadcaster. Taking to Twitter today, Mr. Rajan said he regrets his previous comments. He said, "In reference to very reasonable questions about some foolish commentary from a former life, I want to say I deeply regret it. I wrote things that were rude and immature, and I look back on them now with real embarrassment, and ask myself what I was thinking, frankly. I would like to say sorry for any offense they caused then or now. I'm completely committed to impartiality and hope our recent programs can be judged on their merits." A BBC spokesman said, "This article predates a mole TM's work at the BBC. Once journalists join the BBC, they leave past views at the door. A mole is an experienced BBC journalist who reports on all of the topics he covers in an impartial way and in line with the BBC TMS editorial guidelines. All BBC current affairs output is required to be impartial." He explained, "This new book inferring that Charles was racist is nonsense. He just asked an innocent question when he asked what color the baby would be. That's TMS just curiosity that most people have, and it can never be answered until the birth. When I married Doria and she was pregnant with Meghan, some of our friends asked the same question, and they were not racists, they were just curious. It was nothing more than a simple innocent question. The very same with Prince Charles. It TMS very apparent that my strong Scottish, English genes were dominant." Mr. Markle also told Mr. Wotton whoever asked the question was doing so innocently and could show someone was inherently racist. A new US book was written by Christopher Anderson called Brothers and Wives, Inside the Private Lives of William, Kate, Harry and Meghan, which points the finger at Prince Charles. The book alleges that Prince Charles questioned the skin tone of Archie in 2017 on the morning Harry and Meghan announced their engagement. It claims Charles spoke to Camilla and asked, "I wonder what the children will look like," which saw Camilla somewhat taken back. A claim that has been vehemently denied by the prince's representatives. Jeremy Irons says Meghan Markle's struggle in royal life is huge shame for our monarchy. Kate's mother Carol Middleton shares glimpse of George, Charlotte and Louis Christmas. Meghan Markle's awkward moment with Gary Barlow after she thought he joked serious. A spokesperson for Prince Charles commented on the allegations against him and said, "This is fiction and not worth further comment." Prince Harry is also writing an autobiography about his time in the royal family and the army, which is expected to be published next year. In a new My5 documentary titled 2021, The Queen's Terrible Year, royal experts discussed Harry's book. Andrew Neil said, "The book itself may cause the royal family more anguish because it has never really been done before. The Duke of Windsor did write a book, but years and years after his abdication. Harry's gone down a road for which there is no good ending because every book will have to be more sensational than the last. It's almost like he's still settling scores. Dan Wootton Tonight airs on GB News at 9 p.m. from Monday Thursday.